We are of opinion that instead of letting books grow moldy behind an iron grating, far from the vulgar gaze, it is better to let them wear out by being read. Anything one man can imagine, other men can make real. Science, my lad, is made up of mistakes, but they are mistakes which it is useful to make, because they lead little by little to the truth. I believe cats to be spirits come to earth. A cat, I am sure, could walk on a cloud without coming through. I say, you do have a heart. Sometimes, he replied, when I have the time. We may brave human laws, but we cannot resist natural ones. Reality provides us with facts so romantic that imagination itself could add nothing to them. If there were no thunder, men would have little fear of lightning. The chance which now seems lost may present itself at the last moment. The earth does not need new continents, but new men. On the surface of the ocean, men wage war and destroy each other, but down here, just a few feet beneath the surface, there is a calm and peace unmolested by man. The sea is only the embodiment of a supernatural and wonderful existence. It is nothing but love and emotion, it is the living infinite. It is a great misfortune to be alone, my friends, and it must be believed that solitude can quickly destroy reason. While there is life there is hope. I beg to assert, that as long as a man's heart beats, as long as a man's flesh quivers, I do not allow that a being gifted with thought and will can allow himself to despair. It seems wisest to assume the worst from the beginning, and let anything better come as a surprise. I see that it is by no means useless to travel, if a man wants to see something new. Before all masters, necessity is the one most listened to, and who teaches the best. Science, my boy, is made up of mistakes, but they are mistakes which it is useful to make, because they lead little by little to the truth. A true Englishman doesn't joke when he is talking about so serious a thing as a wager. Ores habent iti non audient, they have ears but hear not. The human mind delights in grand conceptions of supernatural beings. I looked on, I thought, I reflected, I admired, in a state of stupefaction not altogether unmingled with fear. We see that science is eminently perfectible, and that each theory has constantly to give way to a fresh one. How many things have been denied one day, only to become realities the next? Why, you are a man of heart. Sometimes, replied Phileas Fogg, quietly. When I have the time. And whichsoever way thou goest, may fortune follow. But Phileas Fogg, who was not traveling, but only describing a circumference. What pen can describe this scene of marvelous horror? What pencil can portray it? Great robbers always resemble honest folk. Fellows who have rascally faces have only one course to take, and that is to remain honest, otherwise, they would be arrested offhand. As for difficulties, replied Ferguson, in a serious tone, they were made to be overcome. I have been, am, in his service, I have seen his generosity and goodness, and I will never betray him not for all the gold in the world. I have come from a village where they don't eat that kind of bread. It may be taken for granted that, rash as the Americans are, when they are prudent there is good reason for it. Well, I feel that we should always put a little art into what we do. It's better that way. Wherever he saw a hole he always wanted to know the depth of it. To him this was important. There are no impossible obstacles, there are just stronger and weaker wills, that's all. Look with all your eyes, look. Science, my lad, has been built upon many errors, but they are errors which it was good to fall into, for they led to the truth. On the earth, even in the darkest night, the light never wholly abandons his rule. It is diffused and subtle, but little as may remain, the retina of the eye is sensible of it. What one man can think, another man can do. With time and thought, one can do a good job. Your dead sleep quietly, at least, Captain, out of reach of sharks, yes, sir, of sharks and men. All great actions return to God, from whom they are derived. Steam seems to have killed all gratitude in the hearts of sailors. The earth does not want new continents, but new men. What a big book, Captain, might be made with all that is known. And what a much bigger book still with all that is not known. Nature's creative power is far beyond man's instinct of destruction. He who is mistaken in an action which he sincerely believes to be right may be an enemy, but retains our esteem. Solitude, isolation, are painful things, and beyond human endurance. In presence of nature's grand convulsions man is powerless. No, sir, it is evidently a gigantic narwhal. A scholar has to know a little of everything. What you do for money you do badly. My house is small, but may heaven grant that it is never full of friends. Until I discover the meaning of this sentence, I will neither eat nor sleep. My dear Uncle Dash, I began. Nor you either, he added.